Hello and welcome to One North Maine, BCA's magazine show where we highlight the people, places, and events that make this city, our city, great. We are in the downtown area at one of the highest points in the city, and we have some beautiful views to show you later on in the show. Coming up on today's episode, Brockton Public School students show off their artwork at Bernardi Auto. Father Bill's in Mainspring held a workforce graduation ceremony. The Metro South Chamber of Commerce held their annual legislative reception. Tower Fest at DW Field Park. And the fire department open house was held at Station 6. So sit back and relax and see what your community, the City of Champions, has to offer. Hey, I wouldn't do that. Those days ended a long time ago. I'd say at least a month. But I want to talk to you about the fire department, specifically the Brockton Fire Department open house. It's always a fantastic event over at Station 6, and there were some special demonstrations for the community. We had a lot of fun. Let's take a look. It's October, and we're at Station 6. That can only mean one thing: Fire Prevention Week for the Brockton Fire Department. Sit back and enjoy the sights and sounds as the Brockton Fire Department puts on a show.
What do you do if there's a fire in your house? Get outside, right? How do you let outside the house? We have a living room, a kitchen, and a bedroom. In each of those rooms, you're going to be taught about fire safety in the house. I'm going to come into the kitchen, guys. Don't walk the stairs. Come into the kitchen.
And prior to Mitch touching that, you can look at the fence and there's no way of telling if that fence is carrying electricity or if it's not. So we consider every wire down energized until we actually physically test it and ground it.
Oh my goodness.
Very good. See that, people? Roll, keep rolling all the way down. Go all the way down. Watch this road. This is what I want to see you do. This is how you do it. Good job. Do it now, Steve.
People have to be very careful with the space heaters. This is one that was actually in a fire, and you can see it's all burnt up. What people don't realize is that these draw a large electrical load, and they plug them into an outlet on the wall that doesn't have enough power. Everything heats up, and the heater itself can catch fire. Also, people don't realize that these get very hot, and they put them too close to clothes and bed linens and things like that. So they have to be very careful with space heaters. This is a kerosene space heater. They also now produce propane space heaters. Those space heaters give off carbon monoxide and shouldn't be used in the house.
When I talked about them peeling the roof instead of taking the whole roof off, so they made the crease, the initial crease with the axe. Now they're making some cut points, and you'll see how much easier that makes for them to peel that roof back. And they're basically just going to fold the top half of that roof right back off onto the back window.
How talented are the fire department personnel within Brockton? I mean, you have to be a medic, you have to be a psychologist, you have to fight fire. It's just incredible. It must be. You're looking for a well-rounded individual, obviously, when you have these recruits go through training.
We're certainly a full-service organization, and the fire service over the years has evolved to, you know, when the public doesn't know who else to call, we get the call. And do we become experts at a lot of things? Yeah, we certainly do. Are we experts at everything? No, we're not. So I think a lot of times what we bring to the scene is we're a catalyst. We bring the right people to the scene. We know who to call. And we look at our role as trying to make the scene as safe and comfortable as we possibly can until we can get the issue resolved, even if we're not necessarily resolving the issue. You raise a good point about the hiring process, and you do have to have well-rounded individuals, and the job is eye-opening to people that don't understand everything that you see and everything that you do here. I think first and foremost, we have a lot of accidents where people aren't wearing seatbelts. I know it's said everywhere, it's preached, wear your seatbelt. We have a lot of people that are injured or seriously injured or killed because they're not wearing their seatbelts and they're ejected. Make sure you're wearing your seatbelts. The other thing is we have a lot of citizens. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to help out. If we ask you to move back, please move back. The other thing is it's safer for us a lot of times to leave somebody in a car so we can evaluate what's going on. We're putting neck collars on them, spinal immobilization. We don't want to do more damage than what is done by the accident. So, a lot of times Good Samaritans, the first thing they think of is, let's get them out of this car. They'll drag somebody out, and it can actually do more bad than good. So, obviously there's times when somebody has to come out of a car if it's on fire or there's another hazard, but I would caution about doing that too soon. And the more information that we can get en route, the better. So if we know that somebody's entrapped or it's a serious car accident, we know that we have to stop multiple apparatus. That's beneficial to us because the quicker we can get them there, the better.
Brockton is a busy city with a large workforce. That workforce is about to get bigger as Father Bill's and Mainspring held a special event for workforce graduates. It was held at the Shaw Center, and it was very inspirational. Let's take a look.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today to our workforce development graduation and recognition. We are very blessed to have such a strong support of so many people out in the audience today. I first want to thank everyone here for coming and continuing to support our mission. I'd also like to thank our staff, our board, our volunteers, and our supporters. Every day at Father Bill's in Mainspring, over 125 families, over 250 individuals, young adults to veterans, to women fleeing domestic violence. Father Bill's in Mainspring also houses over 350 people. Our staff, our volunteers, and our supporters continue to make sure that we are saving one life at a time.
Today, I'm so happy and honored to be a part of this exciting celebration. Today, we will be honoring over 35 individuals who over the past 9 months have taken it upon themselves to improve their lives through work and/or work training.
My name's Sue. I just can't say I'm overwhelmed with the gratitude. And I don't think it's a big award because it's all up to us to do this. But when opportunities are there, take advantage of it. But these wonderful people have helped and gave the tools, gave the guidance when the weight of the world was on all of our shoulders. We had priorities. We had our children, we had home, we had to work in order to get by in life. But we still needed to better ourselves to get to make our children proud, to make us feel good inside, to build confidence and know that it's never gonna stop. You gotta keep on having the faith, believe in yourself, focus, and just get through whatever you need to get through.
Hi everyone, thank you for being here today. I just wanted to say it was a long journey to get to where I am today. I understand that living in a shelter isn't the typical teenage experience, but to me, living at Mainspring has opened my eyes to the real world. In retrospect, I'm thankful for all the experience and lessons it has taught me. While I was working with School on Wheels, a counselor suggested that I contacted an employment specialist at Mainspring regarding enrolling into CNA training programs. I went to her in early June to inquire about this request, and recently I just completed and graduated my CNA training program on September 9th. With my new certifications, I'm looking forward to work as a home health aide for an individual in need or as a CNA at one of the local Brockton hospitals. I'm thankful for my employment specialist, Jackie, for giving me the opportunity to enroll into CNA training and for supporting me along the way. I'm thankful for the Mainspring staff, in particular my triage workers, Brett and Brandon. They helped me through my 11 months in the shelter and to obtain housing. Last but not least, I want to say congratulations to everyone who stands here besides me, celebrating their own awesome accomplishments. I wish you nothing but success and happiness as you embark on your new career. Thank you.
Every year we cover Summerfest, one of our favorite events. This year, Brockton Public School students were recognized for some great artwork. What's better than that? I'll tell you what's better than that. That artwork was on display at Bernardi Auto.
We have 79 pieces of work up on this wall, and they represent grades K through 11 from every school in Brockton. And Sarah Richards, who is the coordinator for art programs K to 12 in the city, works with all the other art teachers, and they have selected this art. It is a closed event, we don't open it up. But this is just a small selection of what the art offer is in Brockton. We have some amazing artists. This whole event is sponsored by Bernardi Auto Group here, and they have been a partner with anything dealing with youth since before they broke ground for their dealership. They started several years ago in helping community schools with a number of programs. They've continued with Summerfest, and they are the ones that make it possible for us to make cash awards available to some of the awardees. And it's in that hope that people will use the money to further buy art supplies and continue with their craft. It's absolutely some amazing prints here.
The students and their families and Brockton Public School officials came together for a special time. Let's take a look.
event this evening. You see so many people coming out and sharing in the success of our youngest artists, all the way from middle school to our high school students. This partnership, I will tell you, started a number of years ago before these buildings were even here. Bernardi was a partner in so many ways. They celebrated our 40th anniversary of the opening of Brockton High School and community schools. They have partnered with us for driver ed cars at the high school, for sponsoring this jewelry art show, for our students. And if you look at this today, it isn't just about our students, it's about supporting our families. People are coming out, and there's a sense of community. So congratulations to all of our winners and all of our students that took part in the jewelry art show. And the one thing I'll say is Summerfest 2015, just wait, it'll grow and grow. So thank you, Bernardi, this is wonderful.
We're thrilled to have the kids here that participated in Summerfest. The portraits and drawings they did are terrific, and we're thrilled to be involved in the community. And it's great to see the kids active and participating and working hard to achieve something. We're really thrilled to be part of that and happy to be here in Brockton.
It was just an assignment for class, really, and she asked us to draw people, or our classmates, without lifting our pencils off the paper. And I did that.
Stonehill College was the site of the annual Metro South Chamber of Commerce legislative reception. This annual event brings legislators from across the state together to join with their constituents, network a little bit, and have some fun. Let's take a look.
So good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Cooney. It's my pleasure to welcome you here to Stonehill. This is our 25th year celebrating this legislative reception here at Stonehill. And it's just a wonderful venue, I think you'll all agree, to be here and to have been here this many years. This is a great chance to say hello to our elected officials and what I like to call our selected officials that are not elected but are selected as town managers, and also fire chiefs, police chiefs, and other appointed officials. This is a good chance to say thank you to them, and I hope you take that opportunity to do so. Tonight we wanted to thank one particular elected official who has served in the town of Easton for many years. Most notably, she served as chair of the Board of Selectmen for 10 different sets of, 5 different terms of selectmen, and that's really unprecedented in the town and really in the region. Colleen Corona could not be here tonight, but Dan Smith is here from the Board of Selectmen in Easton. We were hoping that he'd come up and accept a gift on behalf of the Chamber to Colleen.
I would really like to welcome all of you here tonight. I'm happy to see such a great turnout for our 25th annual Legislative and Candidates Reception. The Chamber holds this event to foster dialogue between business people and our elected officials. We're here to discuss regional issues of economic importance, as well as the needs and concerns of the business community. This is also a great opportunity for all of you to meet new candidates for public office.
As business people are here today is to meet all of your elected officials, and it's my honor to introduce them to you tonight, including the elected officials, candidates, and several representatives from the towns in our region.
How important is it to talk to the business community and know what their concerns are?
I think it's very important. I think we as legislators should always provide them access. We want to hear what they're saying because they're the ones in the trenches that know what we can do to help the businesses in our community. I serve on the Committee of Economic Development and Emerging Technologies. This year we passed a great bill that will provide a lot of support to gateway cities and business growth. There's always more we can do, and I think in the next session you'll see another economic development bill come out of the House. Well, I guess we always say don't forget Election Day is in November, so please get out and vote.
it is a very exciting time. I think the mayor's, one of his first initiatives was to make the environment more friendly. Matter of fact, we're on the verge of announcing today that the water form that you have to sign, where 7 different organizations or city agencies have to sign, we're going to eliminate that. It's going to make business development that much more easier. And the city has, I think, has a much better grasp of how to deal with the business community that perhaps we didn't have before. And we're very excited to see that I think we're changing attitudes. I think that's the most important thing, and I think over the next 12 to 18 months we'll start seeing the results.
Now, I got an invitation recently, October 9th, your new Main Street manager, Gary Leonard, and a few others, your new city planner, are having like a kind of a powwow of all business folks.
Well, and that's very important. There are 3 great business organizations in the city, but they've been separate entities. And now what Gary has done as Main Street manager, appointed by B21, with the blessing of the mayor, what Gary has done is he's going to bring those 3 entities together, and I think you're going to see a cohesive business attitude going from the West Bridgewater line all the way to the Avon line, and we're really excited what Gary brings to the table.
Well, it's very important. Networking is a key to meeting and working together with a lot of new businesses that we may have coming into the community, not just Brockton, but the whole South Shore. It's a great way to meet and collaborate on different ideas. We've got a lot of great things happening in the Brockton area and outside of Brockton. New business growth, finally the economy is moving in the right direction. Number one concern from our constituency in the Brockton has been jobs. We got devastated with a very difficult economy a few years back. Now things are starting to get better. The housing market's picking up, construction jobs are starting to pick up. And obviously Boston is ahead of the game, but we're part of a Gateway City initiative in Brockton, Taunton, New Bedford, Fall River. So it's great to get these businesses coming to the South Shore and to grow. And we have a lot of great friends who are involved with the Chamber of Commerce, and I thank the Cable and yourself to film this and be involved with it. It's so important to get the word out, and it's a great networking avenue tonight. And we've had a great turnout tonight. Obviously, it's a state and election year from the governor's office all the way down to some of the local races. But it's so important that people show up, and what a great turnout tonight at the Stonehill College, which has been a gracious host to us for many years.
This is the 25th year that Stonehill and the Chamber have hosted this legislative reception. And it's been our pleasure to do that for 25 years. One trivia question. Who was the mayor of Brockton 25 years ago when we had this event? And there's a prize for the winner.
Dave Crosby?
No. No. Carl Pitaro. Susan, congratulations.
In the heart of Brockton, D.W. Field Park remains a gem for the residents and those that enter its gates. Its many ponds, native trees and wildlife, as well as open road, remind all that see it of a time not so long ago when Brockton was a small, mainly farming community. The park was donated to the city by Daniel Waldo Field and covers more than 700 acres with more than 7 miles of paved roadway that encompass the park. It's maintained by the D.W. Field Park Association, and it's the site of 2014 Tower Fest. Mad Dog Matt Nelson and cameraman Chris Barrow braved the elements to capture this wonderful event.
We just climbed all the way to the top of D.W. Field Park's tower just to get this amazing view of the park. Today, it's Tower Fest. It's a little bit rainy, very damp, expecting a big crew. Let's go check it out.
You want the white ghost, Adrian?
As I said, to get to the top of the climb, we had to climb a lot of stairs. Yeah, the bad part, we're gonna go down. We're here with Pat Hool from the DW Park Association. Pat, big day today.
Well, it would be a bigger day if we weren't underwater. We look forward to Tower Fest every year, and a lot of people do too. But at this point in time, the rain is raining on my parade. We originally started this to introduce the park to the people of Brockton. There's a lot of people that aren't aware of what a wonderful place it is, and it's a way to have a pleasant place for families to come. We keep everything, all the events here are free, so that normally it's a very good day for families. Right now, it's a very damp day, but everybody that's here is still having a good time, and we're having a couple of the shows anyway, even though we're having the bad weather.
And you said the magic word, families. Me and Chris, our cameraman, went all the way to the top of the tower. There's a bunch of kids up there. This event really brings the kids to the park and shows off what the park has to offer.
Yes, it does, and that's what makes it fun. And it's also good for a lot of longtime residents who haven't been able to be up in the tower since they were kids, and it used to be open all the time. And the other thing that we do want to do is to highlight D.W. Field himself, the gentleman that had the foresight to get all this land together and then give it to the city for a park.
We're right here, my personal favorite part of Tower Fest. Lady C&J Soul Food's here. They brought the smoker, they're making the ribs, the hot dogs, burgers, everything. That's my favorite part. So I got like a rack of ribs calling my name. Mad Dog out.
Although Mother Nature didn't cooperate today, the spirits were high, and there was fun to be had. Well, there you have it, Brockton. Another One North Main in the books. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed covering it. To learn more about Brockton Community Access, please visit our website at bcatv.org. You can also check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/The Brockton Channels, all one word. For everyone at One North Main, I'm Jay Miller. We'll see you around town.